Hey there, hope you're doing well. Just wanted to give you an update. It's been a while, so a lot of things have been changing in my life. I haven't updated YouTube lately, and there's several reasons why. There could be reasons that are perhaps excuses, such as, well, I would like to say that I've been going through a lot of changes and I've been traveling a lot and I've been distracted by many things. I also believe that I have been transitioning my perspective quite a bit in life. And because of the fact that I have been changing my perspective, what that means is that who I was yesterday is not the same person as who I am today. And what I understand about that is that tomorrow I will also be changed at least a little bit from who I am today. And I know that there are principles in life that are truly unchangeable. There are certain things in life that stand the test of time. However, sometimes the way that we come to an understanding of things changes so much that you almost have to take a break from sharing a message that you wanted to share, because it's like you get that message out and all of a sudden it's like you look back at it and you're like, I would change things about that message. It no longer represents what I feel is the actual truth. And so now I've come to a place where I have reflected for about the last month, and I want to share that I through fate I came to a meeting with a Muslim girl who lives in Egypt, and we met through a Facebook group which has nothing to do with dating. It's just a group where people pretend that they're family and they talk about whatever they want, and they are generally try to be more positive and not as judgmental and critical, but more so just to help people, even if they have maybe potentially could be a strange thing. It's non-judgmental, and it's like, hey, you know what, you do you, you enjoy yourself and whatever. It's just not like gonna be like you're an idiot. It's like, go you, find you, be you, do you. Anyways, I just joined that group, and because it was a nice positive group at the end of the day. And I posted, hi, I'm Jeremiah. I finally have a Facebook family, LOL. That's what I posted. And I put a picture of myself. And the ultimate intention behind it was the fact that I hate to admit it. Maybe I don't hate to admit it. But well, I've been single for many years, most of my life, almost my entire life, essentially, basically. Minus a few occasions where I've dated a few women who I've had some good girlfriends, but never the right person. So, anyways, online dating, absolutely hate it. Absolutely horrible. Very much extremely frustrated from the moment I join until the moment I delete it. Not because I found somebody, because not one time have I ever done online dating where I have actually met somebody who I would actually consider as my wife. I've met some girls who I've had things with, but at the end of the day, there have been maybe one time where I thought maybe, but very quickly that turned into a no. But it's just so frustrating because it's like, I know who I am. I know in the actual reality, in the grand scheme of things, that I'm a great catch, and I'm not trying to be, arrogant in any way. But the fact of the matter is that I don't swear. I hardly ever drink. I eat healthy. I exercise. I've got very good habits. I'm a person of God. I've got a lot of faith. I'm very spiritual. There are some incredible qualities about me. I'm a hard worker. I've always had money. And I am a romantic, empathetic, loving, compassionate, and the last thing, emotionally intelligent human being. I hate to sound like self arrogant, whatever you want to call it, but the fact of the matter is I know I'm a great catch, and I cannot get any women who I'm interested in online to even give me anything. It's like I cast out hundreds and hundreds of, you know what? All these girls are so damn superficial. I don't know what I can't even call them superficial. They're just dense. Because if they were superficial, they probably grab that line and let me reel them in. But they don't. Anyways, gosh, I'm just venting about online dating. Now, I'm good when it comes to talking to women. Trust me. I've had many women in my life. Now, I'm not bragging about that because, in fact, that's one of those things that has really been changing in my perspective over the last 30 days. I think that it is truly the pandemic, which is a sexualized world where we think that having sex with people or whatever, it's more because we're broken inside, and we feel like because people will have sex with us that we are, what do you want to call it? We are not necessarily acceptable, but what is the word when people not fishing for compliments, but they're their self-worth, they feel like they were able to I can't think of the word, but anyways, it doesn't matter. You don't need it. The value, it doesn't make you more valuable if there's so many different ways to look at everything. It's like, honestly, if you are a man in America and you can have sex with random women, that's a good thing because that means that you're confident. That means that you don't. So many ways to explain these things. Sometimes it's hard to really, truly explain them. It means that you are able to, in a nutshell. If you are able to, then you're able to. And if you're not able to, well, you're just not able. But there's a big difference that I like to present, and it's the person who could but doesn't need to. That is where the true power comes in, and the person of God, the person who can postpone until marriage, that is something very powerful. Anyways, I'm at 10 minutes into this video and I haven't talked about the thing that I actually wanted to talk about, because it's like there's so much that needs to be prefaced before getting into the heart of the matter. I could not preface it enough because it could be hundreds of hours of content in order to dive into the mentality of the human being in modern era, in the Western civilization, how corrupt it is. Because the truth of the matter is, to get to the core, the truth is to go through the layers to the core of the being and to touch the soul of the being, to get to the essence, but so that they can understand what is being said. It's complicated because there are layers and layers and layers and layers and layers and layers on people, and these layers are hardened skin and hardened flesh and hardened beliefs that you can't. It's just like, it's so complex because everybody has their wounds. They've got their traumas and all these things that are ultimately excuses. It's not real. They're limiting beliefs that people hold within themselves, and they use them as crutches to just continue to live the life that they're living, and to continue to use them as excuses. And am I even going to get into the main point of the message today? I might not. It's right there. I know what it is that I want to share. But the fact of the matter is that there are so many layers that need to be peeled away so that somebody could understand the actual message that I want to share, which is the fact that we are completely on the wrong path as humanity. But you can't just tell people that. You can't tell people. You've got to let them, figure it out on their own. And that's why when I pushed record, there is one message that I wanted to share, and I'm not even sure I'm going to get into it because I have not allowed the person yet to eradicate the shells that surround their lives, which truly block the soul from emerging into this world. The soul that was once there, that got one layer from 1 year old all the way up till whatever age they are, layer after layer after layer after layer, hundreds of layers a year, placed over them, entering into their identity, false identity, I will say, because the true soul's identity is very pure and unattached from things that we think we need. Like what I was talking about, because it's a huge one and I wasn't able to break free from it in this video to actually share the message, which is sexual things. We have been consumed by a society that is filled, flooded, completely encumbered with sexual everything. And when I say that, I'm literally talking about the fact that someone will go out into public simply wearing clothing that reveals a part of themselves that is, honestly, to grab the attention of somebody in a sexual way, even if they don't realize it just might be a tight shirt or something, or tight pants, or I don't know what it is. It's hard to really, because people don't go out into the world thinking like that what they're trying to actually do is draw someone in through a sexual filter, because they don't put it on thinking this is sexy. I mean, they probably in some level do, but they don't put the thing on, but subconsciously they want people to find them attractive. And I got a lot that I want to share. And there's something that happened. I started out this video by saying that I ended up joining this group, and there was an intention behind it that I never really shared. I joined the group about a place where people pretend that they can be like family on Facebook. And I made my post about, a simple comment like, hey, just join this family, LOL. Here's my picture. The reason I put my picture up is because ultimately at the end of the day, I'm looking for my wife, okay? And I ended up meeting this person. It was not the same as online dating. Online dating is ridiculous. If you're single, I highly recommend get off the dating sites, because they are silly. And this is what you should do instead. I'm telling you, this is a much better. Okay, first you got to get away from the idea that your partner has to be right next to you. They could be anywhere. It doesn't always make it easy, but in fact, sometimes it makes it better if they're further away. Because if they're too close to you, for example, in your town, there's a likely chance that you're going to meet up with that person and fornicate. Okay? You're going to start cuddling. You're going to start touching each other. You're going to start hanging out all the time. And you're going to be misled from the actual reality of, are you guys good for each other, or is it going to be more of a band-aid relationship that feels good, but is it good? I hate to say this, but probably not. The best relationships, okay, listen, the best soulful relationships, they're not that hard to find, but you know what? They're easy to not find if you get trapped in the wrong relationship. And I met somebody. Okay, look, as a guy on the dating site, swipe through hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of girls to get matches with a few. And out of those few, even let's say I match with 100 people over the course of a month and a half, out of thousands of swipes, out of those 100, okay, you just have a few who will talk to you, okay? And out of those few that talk to you, let's say you spend several months and you talk to 100 girls, okay? So now we've swiped through 5,000 people. You've matched with 175, 200, 300 people. You've talked to a majority of them, and now you've created conversations with 50 to 75 people. I could keep going on and on. Only a small percentage of those who you do talk to have actual conversations that have any depth. Very few dates. Okay? I'm talking like if I were to be online dating for, let's say, 6 months, I might have a few dates. Okay? And I'm talking matches galore. Conversations, minimal. Most of the conversations are 4 to 5 responding, sending message, responding, sending message, responding before disappear. Why? I don't know. It's like, are they looking for the perfect pickup line or something? Who the hell knows? Maybe they think this too good to be true. Because my profile tells you what I'm looking for. Okay? And when I speak to you, I talk about things that actually matter. And apparently that turns a lot of people off. Because it just, I don't know. Extremely frustrating. What's the purpose of this message? Look, the purpose of this message is the fact that you, most likely, almost 100% positively, are like an onion with many, 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 many layers before you get to the core of you, the soul. I'm going to share a lot of messages which will be intended to get to the core. And hopefully in the next video that I record, I'm going to tell the story of what awakened me. Like 14, 15 years after I had my first awakening. I had an incredible awakening. Absolutely life-changing, 100%, 180-degree awakening when I was 22 years old, and now I'm 35 years old, and I had a crazy awakening. And I'm going to share that message, but it did not come out today. So the best is yet to come. Stay tuned.